How credible were the claims made in Biden's State of the Union address? A question that has been buzzing around ever since the president took to the stage. In his address, Biden highlighted several key themes, touching upon reproductive rights, initiating discussions on Medicare drug price negotiations, and strongly advocating for the Affordable Care Act. These are sensitive topics, and naturally they've stirred up quite a bit of discussion. So, how true were his words? How much can we trust these claims? Let's find out. Stay tuned as we dissect each claim one by one. Let's dive into the main claims and their fact-check results. First up, we have the topic of reproductive rights. President Biden made a strong commitment to codifying Roe v. Wade, a landmark decision that protects a woman's right to choose an abortion. This claim is accurate, as Biden has consistently voiced his support for this particular legislation. Next, we move on to Medicare drug price negotiations. The president called for an expansion of Medicare's power to negotiate drug prices. Fact-checking has confirmed this to be true. Biden has advocated for this change as a means to reduce the financial burden on American families. The third claim to discuss is the protection of the Affordable Care Act. Biden emphasized the importance of this act and his administration's dedication to preserving it. The fact-checking confirms that the Biden administration has indeed made efforts to protect and strengthen the ACA. But the claims didn't just stop there. Biden also touched on IVF treatments, stating that his administration has made significant progress in this area. Fact-checkers have confirmed this to be true. The administration has worked to expand access to IVF treatments, making it more affordable and accessible for families across the nation. Of course, not everyone agreed with the points made in the address. Republicans, including former President Trump, criticized the speech, labeling it as overly partisan. While this is a subjective statement and can't necessarily be fact-checked, it's worth noting that these criticisms were indeed made. That's a lot to take in, isn't it? But let's summarize what we've discovered. All right, let's simplify and present these fact-check findings anew. Biden's pledge to enshrine Roe v. into law was given the green light by fact-checkers. The fact-check results also provided a seal of approval for Biden's emphasis on bolstering Medicare's authority. The factual accuracy of Biden's claims on safeguarding the Affordable Care Act also got a thumbs up from the fact-checkers. All these confirmations shed more light on the validity of Biden's assertions in his State of the Union address. So, in essence, the fact-checking process has become a torchbearer, illuminating the credibility of Biden's claims. So, after all these checks and balances, what's the final verdict? It appears that while certain claims made in President Biden's State of the Union address were indeed accurate, there were others that needed further scrutiny. This exercise underscores the critical role of fact-checking in ensuring the veracity of political discourse. It's a reminder that, regardless of party affiliations, the truth should always be the cornerstone of our political engagements. Thank you for joining us in this fact-checking journey. Remember, in the world of politics, it's always essential to check the facts.